Hello, and welcome to Batman on a Budget, a TV show where I teach you, the non-billionaire type, how to become Batman on a non-billionaire type budget. So, in this episode I will be telling you about the utility belt and different types of gadgets and equipment you can have on it. So, to start, obviously you need a belt. This type of material is very stretchy and easy to put a lot of things on. For me, however, I kind of actually don't like a belt as much because it's kind of cumbersome right around your waist. I actually prefer more of a tactical vest. But whether you prefer a belt, a tactical vest, or a pair of cargo pants with 30 pockets, that's up to you. But I'll be quickly going over a bunch of different things you should have on your utility belt, no matter if it's a physical belt or not. So, to start, flashlights. I cannot overemphasize how important flashlights are. This one I actually bought from Amazon. This one's really cool because it's got the focusing feature. Obviously you don't need that. It's also got different brightnesses. Flashing, SOS. This also runs on rechargeable batteries, which of course, no matter what type of flashlight you have, you'll want backup batteries, which are in this pocket here. Make sure you have plenty of backup batteries so you don't run out. Crap, my battery's dead. Well, now I'm stuck in the dark. So the next thing you'll actually need is marbles. I actually don't have them down here, but marbles are good for distractions or to make it sound like somebody's walking downstairs. You just roll it down the stairs. There's actually a whole bunch of other uses you could possibly think of. Now, cable or rope. Mine is kind of included with the Gravlin hook, which we'll get to next. Gravlin hooks. So once again, I get most of my stuff from Amazon. So this is a folding one, but it's still rather big. Hard to fit on a belt. So that'll actually probably be in the Batmobile. Well, for me, it's not the Batmobile. It's my different type of car. But that's what the rope is attached to. My first grappling hook is actually homemade. I was really happy with the way this turned out. I can actually make a video about how to make one of these. I would honestly recommend buying one because it's a much better quality. But yeah, I just made that with paracord. And it actually works pretty great. Okay. After the grappling hook, you want painkillers. If you don't want to be out in the night, and suddenly you've got a headache, and you can't go on, or if for whatever reason your armor maybe doesn't hold up, and you're bleeding or you're injured because you've been shot or stabbed, painkillers are good to use. Thermite is also good. Unfortunately, thermite's kind of hard to contain, hard to use, because it's a chemical. So what I actually use is a miniature torch instead. Mostly you'll be using it to melt through solid steel. But, how often will you be doing that? So not very often. Same thing with tear gas, nerve gas, ampules, and freezing compound. Those are all chemical-based and pretty hard to keep on a utility belt. Okay, flares. These are good for distractions. You light one up really quick. It's very bright. If someone's got night vision goggles, for example, you're going up against a bunch of organized bad guys who have night vision goggles. You can lay one of these up. It'll completely ruin their night vision. So this is one of those self-contained lighting apparatuses. You strike that against that. My friend also makes his own, which are really bright white. These are red. On a related note, smoke bombs. These you just light, and they produce smoke. Yellow, green, purple smoke. These are good for making a cloud of smoke, either as a distraction or before you swoop in and start kicking their butts. Throw that in, start smoking, they don't know what's going on, suddenly you're there taking them out. and they can't see what's going on. Actually, really quick, going back to, these are related to the Gravlin Hooks. These are climbing claws. You attach them, the strap goes around your wrist, that goes over your hand, helps you to climb. I would use those in conjunction with the Gravlin Hook. It's just making climbing easier. Okay, so the next thing is the Flashbang Grenades, which once again, it's as a distraction. It also makes a loud sound. Basically, it's to offset your enemies, because if your enemies don't know what's coming, they're going to be more scared. Miniature torch, as I already explained, I use a butane torch, and that really helps me with, for example, lighting the flares or the smoke bombs. And that's just a smoke grenade where you just pull the string. But the miniature torch is also, if you get a butane torch, it's wind resistant, which is really helpful in case, for example, you need to light one of those smoke grenades or start a fire, whatever reason. Infrared lights, I actually don't know if these actually exist, but infrared goggles are definitely useful. Lockpicks. I've got a full, really large selection of lockpicks, as you can see. You're going to want tension wrenches and a wide variety of picks. You want a big pack like this, as well as a small pack, which I would definitely have one of these, and a tension wrench, because I love it in most locks. The way I got it, it also came with the see-through lock, so you could practice picking locks and actually see the tumblers and how they work. I'll be doing a video on how to lockpick later. So, lockpick. Night vision goggles. Now, whether they attach to a helmet of some sort, that's up to you. I'm actually going to be getting a night vision monocular pretty soon. A rebreather to help you breathe underwater. Unfortunately, those aren't too cheap, so if you're going to get one, save up your money. I already talked about smoke grenades, tracking devices. I haven't been able to find a good small device that works, so I actually don't have those yet. Same thing with tranquilizer gun. Tweezers are actually included in the first aid kit. First aid kit you want to have with you at all times. It's got some stuff like tweezers, band-aids, burn cream, the triple antibiotic ointments, gauze, medical tape, stuff like that. Anything to heal or patch up a small wound, whether it's you or a victim or anybody like that. So always have that with you. Okay. Geiger counters. I don't have that one yet, but you want to make sure you're not going into anywhere radioactive and potentially killing yourself. Taser, gauntlets, and knuckles. I'll be going into a deeper video about really, really high-end equipment and gadgets. Taser, gauntlets, and knuckles are one of them, where it's literally from about the elbow up. It's like carbon fiber and Kevlar, and then on the end, on the knuckles, are actually tasers. So when you punch him, the taser, it'll tase him out at the same time. Okay, zip ties. You may be wondering why zip ties. Now, for those of you who can't get your hands on a real pair of handcuffs, the cheap ones are total crap. Don't even try those. You can use zip ties instead by wrapping a zip tie around each wrist and connecting them together. I cannot believe how hard it is to get out of those. Okay, ultraviolet flashlight. Once again, I get most of my stuff from Amazon, so that's where I got this. Helps you to reveal any crime scene potential stuff. Luminol, for example, will expose blood at a crime scene. So, ultraviolet flashlight. Once again, make sure you have extra batteries. Okay. Dog whistle. If you're attacked by a dog, you blow the whistle so that he'll stop. He'll be annoyed by the whistle and want to get away from you. Tissues. There's been nights where it's cold, your nose is running. Nothing looks worse than a superhero with a runny nose. A mini stethoscope. Now, this is actually kind of optional because you can use your fingers, putting up next to you the throat to test, or putting them on the wrist, right about here. And feeling the vein, you see where the veins are? Feeling the heart rate there. EMP device. Once again, these are kind of more expensive, so didn't be able to find one for cheap. It's going to be hard. It'll knock out small electronics within a short range. Glass cutter. Now, once again, you don't want to do anything illegal. Just be careful. Glass cutter. Technically, I mean, if you're breaking and entering, make sure that you're breaking and entering for a good reason. Kevlar rope. It's more sturdy than regular rope. Less resistant, or more resistant to being cut. Plunger grips to be able to climb, like plate glass, going up the side of a building. And then acid to dissolve certain things like metal. But once again, as with these things, it's a bit on the corrosive side. So you got to be really careful. I would not recommend carrying that at all times with you. Okay, so that's everything on this list. Let's just go over a few other things you will need. So, handcuffs, of course, or zip ties. Multi-purpose tool. I got this from Bass Pro Shop. Make sure it's got a knife, screwdrivers, and a good pair of pliers. It's hard to open it one-handed. There's also got a pair of pliers in there. So like I said, I got this from Bass Pro Shop. It came with a little carrying case. On a similar note, this, it's a mini hatchet, so you can cut small wood, like branches, whatever, to create kindling. And once again, it's got the little utility kit thing. Now, I do not recommend you carry all your gadgets on your utility belt or tactical vest, because that'll be heavy. So I've actually got quite a few flashlights, as you might have seen. That's just a regular flashlight. Flashlights over here. And I've got more flashlights elsewhere. So this, I've got another utility knife, complete with a toothpick thing and the tweezers. Another essential, duct tape. Never underestimate the value of duct tape. So what I actually do is have these different packs. For example, this is like a handy toolkit. This is my survival kit, first aid kit. And so I'll grab one of these and put it on the belt, depending on what I think we'll be needing that night. So the survival kit, generally you don't need this unless you know you're going to be stranded out in the wilderness for long periods of time. This is an essential to have. It's a life straw. You can use this to drink out of, basically directly out of the creek. Pop off both ends. Put that into the not so clean water. Drink through this end. And it clears out any bad viruses, bacteria, or sediments that are in the water. Okay, other things you'll need: a survival whistle, thermometer, compass. Look, another flashlight. This one's actually weak compared to other flashlights. For example, this is also a flashlight and a signal. Okay, I've got another flint here. Once again, if you're really stranded somewhere, you're trying to get someone's attention, that comes in handy. Okay, this is the telescope, microscope, emergency whistle, flashlight. Magnifying glass, and supposedly a clock, but it's not working, and a compass. So, those are really good to have. The survival kit, extra whistle. Because if you know you're going to be stranded somewhere, or you're going to be camping, that's good to have. If you're in a more rural area, you get lost. I kind of doubt you'll need all these things in the city, but I live near mountains, so just in case. Also, waterproof matches and paracord. Okay, really quick, I don't know how much time I have left in this video, if it'll cut me off at a certain time, but binoculars, gas mask. Make sure it filters gases, poisonous gases, and dusts. This thing is actually removable. Different filters. Make sure you get the one that, like I said, for toxins and gases. Unfortunately, I got this off Amazon. I didn't realize at the time. This one basically just filters dust. Okay, that's about it for all the utility gadgets and stuff. On your own, I would also recommend collecting locks. You can practice lockpicking on them. Different types of locks, door locks, padlocks. So, this is actually my first homemade lockpicking kit. I mean, you don't have to buy one, as long as you look up lockpicking kits, how to make your own, just as long as you've got the picks, as well as the gentian wrenches. So that's it for this video. Actually really quick, this thing, really super bright. If you're looking at a crime scene, lights things up pretty well. It's also magnetic, so you can clip it to stuff, and the magnetic thing swivels. So, that's it for utility belts. Of course, you can have whatever you want, whatever specific to your superhero persona. So, like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Also, let me know what you want in more videos. For example, if you want me to make one of these, or show you how to make one. But like I said, I'd recommend just buying one off Amazon. Because that's heavier, easier to throw, and that just tightens up. I will also be showing you how to lockpick. So look for that video in the future. Thank you for watching. This is Batman.